awesome.
Fucks these girls up.
That's it.
Fucks these girls up. Like combinate. That's her.
Combination.
Say that name. Ditcheva. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. A lot of those names you can't really pronounce them the way you read them. Like that trips me up so hard at UFC weigh-ins. Like I have to write everything out phonetically. Just cut to like when she's she's tuning up this girl. And she tunes up all these girls. She's nasty, man. Look at that knee to the body.
Joe Rogan was genuinely stunned by what he had just witnessed. After Dakota Ditcheva's explosive knockout victory, the longtime UFC commentator delivered a reaction that quickly captured the attention of the MMA world. Rogan didn't just call her one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. He went even further, suggesting she could become one of the UFC's biggest future challenges. He even implied that Dana White should be paying close attention to her rapid rise. So, what was it about Dakota Ditcheva's performance that left everyone so impressed? Why are so many fans and analysts already calling her one of the brightest rising stars in women's mixed martial arts? Let's take a closer look.
Right hand.
Big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hand of face. Another knockout for Dakota.
Let's take a closer look at everything that unfolded, what Joe Rogan actually said, and why this knockout has become one of the biggest talking points in the MMA world. Joining the discussion, UFC commentator Laura Sanko also shared a bold opinion. She described Dakota Ditcheva as the violent Cinderella, and urged Dana White not to overlook her. According to Sanko, the UFC should sign Ditcheva as soon as possible before she becomes an even bigger force outside the promotion. With praise coming from two of the sport's most respected voices, it's clear that Dakota Ditcheva's latest performance has done more than just earn another victory. It has sparked serious conversations about her future and whether the UFC should make a move before it's too late.
There's one name that I am dying to see in the UFC, and that's Dakota Ditcheva.
What's a fighter?
Yeah.
What a fighter.
Talk about the women's
Can you imagine her?
division needing a superstar, and talk about a perfectly packaged, talented, gorgeous, eloquent, respectful, good, like literally checks every single box, and she's right there, and she is a flyweight. And can you imagine the matchups?
This is the story of the fighter that two of the biggest names in MMA simply can't stop talking about, and why many believe overlooking her could become one of the UFC's biggest missed opportunities in women's mixed martial arts. Make sure to stay until the end, because the growing pressure on Dana White to take notice is only getting stronger. The conversation began on Joe Rogan's podcast during a discussion with comedian Shane Gillis about how often untrained men underestimate elite female fighters. As they talked, Dakota Ditcheva's name came up, and Rogan didn't hesitate to share his opinion. He asked, "Have you seen that really pretty girl who fights in the PFL, Dakota Ditcheva? She's from England. She wins most of her fights by knockout. She's a Muay Thai specialist, and she's also incredibly attractive." From there, Rogan explained that while many people first noticed Ditcheva's appearance, it's her devastating striking ability and relentless finishing instincts that truly make her stand out. In his view, she's far more than a promising prospect. She's a legitimate threat who could shake up the entire women's MMA landscape.
Pretty girl that fights in the PFL. What's her name? Dakota Ditcheva. She's from England, but she is like most of her fights win by knockout. She's this Muay Thai specialist, but she's pretty. And
Sounds
she just
awesome.
Fucks these girls up.
That's it.
As the highlight reel continued, Joe Rogan's reaction became even more animated. It was clear that Dakota Ditcheva's performance had left a lasting impression. Watching her dominate inside the cage, Rogan pointed out that she has a slim, athletic build, yet possesses the power and precision to completely overwhelm her opponents. According to Rogan, if you met Ditcheva outside of competition, you might assume she was simply a fitness enthusiast or a professional athlete. Few would expect the explosive power and elite striking ability she unleashes once the fight begins. He explained that this contrast is exactly what makes her so dangerous. Beneath her calm and composed appearance is a highly skilled fighter capable of ending a fight in an instant. That ability to seamlessly switch from a relaxed demeanor to complete dominance inside the cage is one of the qualities that, in Rogan's view, sets Dakota Ditcheva apart from the rest.
Feminine people ever. She's beautiful. She's a gorgeous woman. She looks like a model. It has nothing to do with men beating each other up. There's nothing to do with brutishness. It has to do with high-level problem solving with interesting because, like, you know, there was a lot of people disparaging women fighting, including Dana White. Yeah, some people get disturbed watching women get bloodied up. That's a big one for some folks. It feels different. Obviously, I'm a big fan of women fighting, but when I watch a
Rogan continued to praise Dakota Ditcheva, highlighting how her appearance often surprises people who have never seen her compete. He said, "She's one of the most feminine people ever. She's beautiful. She's a gorgeous woman. She's like a model. It has nothing to do with men beating each other up. It has nothing to do with brutishness. It has to do with high-level problem solving with serious physical consequences." The conversation then shifted to women's MMA as a whole. Shane Gillis pointed out that, for years, many people dismissed women's fighting or felt uncomfortable watching female athletes compete at the highest level. Rogan agreed that some fans are still uneasy seeing women get bloodied in the cage, even though he has long been one of the sport's strongest supporters. Those comments weren't just casual praise. They came from Joe Rogan, a commentator who has witnessed every major era of women's MMA, from Ronda Rousey's rise to the evolution of today's elite fighters. After watching Dakota Ditcheva's performances, Rogan made it clear that he believes she doesn't simply fit the mold of a top fighter, she stands apart from it. He described her approach inside the cage as a masterclass in high-level problem-solving, combining intelligence, precision, and devastating effectiveness. It's the kind of praise Rogan typically reserves for the sport's most technically gifted competitors. Rather than relying solely on knockout power, Rogan emphasized how Ditcheva systematically breaks her opponents down through perfect timing, calculated pressure, and elite striking technique. In his view, her success isn't based on brute force alone. It's the result of exceptional fight IQ, world-class skills, and the ability to make the right decision at exactly the right moment.
It's a very bad way to react in a fight, to fight with emotions, because you expose yourself. You leave yourself. You miss your rhythm. You're not as deceptive. You're too obvious, and you get hit a lot more. Yeah, it's a big problem with fighters. The smart thing to do is to fight with correct technique and with a correct strategy, meaning you have an understanding of how to execute best. It's not to just wade in and let bombs fly. You have to.
What makes this story so compelling is that the excitement surrounding Dakota Ditcheva is no longer coming from fans alone. Some of the most respected voices in MMA are openly discussing her future and wondering how long it will be before she reaches the sport's biggest stage. With every dominant victory she adds to her record, that conversation only continues to grow louder. Throughout her career, Ditcheva has consistently said that her greatest motivation has never been money or fame. Instead, her focus has always been on proving herself every time she steps into the cage. Before every major fight, her goal is simple: deliver her best performance and leave no doubt about who the better fighter is. That mindset, combined with her discipline, confidence, and elite skill set, is exactly why so many analysts believe she has everything it takes to compete with the very best in the world. For the UFC, however, time may already be running out. Every impressive performance Ditcheva delivers outside the promotion strengthens her reputation and increases her value. If the organization waits too long, it could end up watching one of the brightest stars in women's MMA continue building her legacy elsewhere instead of inside the octagon. Whether Joe Rogan's praise or Laura Sanko's endorsement ultimately influences the UFC's decision remains to be seen. But one thing is becoming impossible to ignore: Dakota Ditcheva has captured the attention of the entire MMA community. The real question is no longer whether she belongs among the world's elite fighters. The question is when she'll finally get the opportunity to prove it on the biggest stage in mixed martial arts. What do you think? Should the UFC make Dakota Ditcheva a priority signing before another promotion benefits from her continued rise? Or should she keep dominating where she is and let the UFC come to her? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy MMA news, fight breakdowns, and the latest updates on the sport's biggest stars, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload.